Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the TNA Wrestling Event Center. And now here's the man that always makes an impact here on YouTube, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. His microphone's about to fall down, hopefully. Okay, you stay, you be good. Stay, you crazy microphone. I'll probably have to straighten them out afterwards. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1388 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This will be the final video for the night, as I try to get these videos out of the way so I can worry about, because I'll make sure I don't have a whole lot of videos to do tomorrow. And because I got work, and then we got Backlash and everything else. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about TNA Impact, TNA's Under Siege 2004 pay-per-view event. And I just finished watching it, and because I'll tell you one thing, a lot of things have made, it's been I have a lot easier time covering. Some situations happened that made me have an easier time covering all the shows, and I'm really excited about this. Let's go to the countdown to Under Siege, as Rhino went one-on-one with VSK, one of the new wrestlers. Rhino did end up winning the matchup, while Gian Millard interviewed Ace Austin about his X Division title match against title shot against the champion Mustafa Ali tonight. Well, in real life, Ace Austin and Gian Millard are dating. I think they're engaged, I think. So, and Ace Austin's a cool guy, a guy with a lot of heart. I remember he used to come into TNA, he used to be a jerk, and all of a sudden now he's got a lot of heart. He's got got a lot of respect. So, and I'm sure he wants to be the X Division champion. So we'll see what happens in that matchup. FBI, the full-blooded Italians, that is Zach Clayton and Ray Jazz, with Guido Maritato in their corner, little Guido in their corner as their coach/manager, as they faced for the first time. They used to represent Chikara, the Batiri, Abariana Kodama, and the FBI did pick up the victory over the upstart Batiri. Frankie Kazarian was looking for Steve Macklin. Macklin arrived late and said, "Hey, listen, I had something to take care of. A king does not go after chase after his soldiers." But Steve Macklin says, "Be cool. We got this. We got this taken care of. Let's take care of your problem." And this match was supposed to be a non-title match between the Laredo Kid and Red Swan, but they decided to change it up because Hammerstone wasn't injured. I'll explain more. As the Laredo Kid defended against a new one of the premier indie wrestlers, Casey Navarro, and Laredo Kid ended up picking up the Duke to retain his title. Now, those are three matches in the countdown to Under Siege. The main event, the main card begins as Josh Alexander went and Eric Young, the Canadian connection. I know Eric Young makes his home now in Nashville, Tennessee, but they took on the team of Steve Macklin and Frankie Kazarian. You know the irony thing about this matchup? Kazarian and Macklin are both American. Wow. Josh Alexander, Eric Young, are Canadian. Here's the crazy part. Now, usually the USA versus Canada when it comes to wrestling, like back in the days of the Hart Foundation in '97, everybody booed Canada in the States, and the States cheered for the American guys. This is a great twist. And how great wrestling is. You can cheer for those from our other country and boo those in our other country, so it's hilarious. You got Josh Alexander, Eric Young from Canada. We cheer for them, yay, and we boo Kazarian and Macklin. I'll tell you what, that's an ironically twisted things. And Alexander, and the Canadian connection, Alexander and Young. Josh Alexander, good looking out. Josh Alexander, I'm going to give him props because he's one of the reasons why I think he represents TNA very, very well. He looks out after his fellow man. In this case, Eric Young's a veteran, the ring was. And Josh Alexander has one of those traditional earpieces, wrestling earpieces like college wrestlers wear or high school wrestlers wear. Josh Alexander wanted one of them, and he offered one to Eric Young. And I think he knew that Eric Young's ears hurt, and he wants to protect that ear. Good on Josh Alexander, the walking weapon. he may be big, mean, and lethal in that ring, but he's got a good heart. So be proud. Be proud of Josh Alexander, the walking weapon. Gotta like him. Then the matchup, the personal concierge, George Iceman, introduced the next matchup, and he decided, we went to a church because you guys are unholy, and they started spraying water, holy water, or something like that, and holy water, and then Ash by Elegance came out, former Dana Brooke, and she realized that garlic. I don't think Rosemary and Havoc are vampires. She just, they're just dark-sided ladies that you don't want to mess with. That's all. They're not going to bite you in your neck. So they tried, Ash by Elegance went one-on-one with Havoc. Heck of a matchup until then Punch Concierge got involved in the matchup, and Rosemary's trying to fend them off. And all of a sudden, he was sprinkling Rosemary with holy water until Rosemary grabbed the holy water and drank it and spit out some blood. I'm like, is this woman out of her freaking mind? And George Iceman, the personal concierge of Ash by Elegance, ran to the back, scared like a little girl, and Rosemary chasing after him. But despite this, and that will pull a smart move by George Iceman, the personal concierge, because Ash by Elegance, by hook by crook, won the matchup. Then to send a message to the rest of the Knockouts division, Ash by Elegance did attack Havoc after the match. And Gia Miller interviewed Speedball Mountain and Matt Hardy, yes, this is my new deletion, and all that, and deleting the system, and he gifted Speedball Mike Bailey and Trent Seven, like one of the best he wore, as broken Matt Hardy. And now he goes, we are now House Hardy. So this is really cool. So they can't wait for that 6-man tag in the main event. And say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. It was Joe Hendry going one-on-one with Zachary Wentz, who didn't have Trey Miguel in his corner. We don't know what's going on there. But then Joe Hendry addresses the Albany crowd before the matchup, and talked about how he's number 6 in the UK. So he was really excited about overtaking Beyonce, and Post Malone and all these singers to a number 6 on Spotify. And then he went on to beat Zachary Wentz 1-on-1. Knockouts tag team titles on the line as Lars Fredrickson of Rancid, who also created the Ruby Soho theme song, ended up doing color commentary for the matchup at Spitfire. The Knockouts tag team champions, a team of Jody Threat and Danny Luna, to go up against Alicia Edwards and Masa Slamovich. And ladies and gentlemen, we got new Knockouts tag team champions. Alicia Edwards finally got her first championship in TNA, and Masa Slamovich capturing another championship. So see how that fares well with Killer Kelly if she decides to come back to TNA. First Class, that's a team of AJ Francis and Rich Swann addressing Jake Sumton, making fun of Jake Sumton. Now, they said they were prepared to face Laredo Kid in a non-title matchup, while Jake Sumton was prepared to face Hammerstone. That's why Hammerstone got hurt. They moved up Swann and Francis to deal with Jake Sumton. Heck of a matchup, and AJ Francis got involved during the matchup, and the referee's about to throw the match out on disqualification, giving Jake Sumton the victory. But then Cody Deaner comes out and says, how about this? We'll do what the people want. And then Cody Deaner tries to brawl with AJ Francis. AJ Francis proved too much power, distracting Jake Sumton that would cost him in the end. Rich Swann picked up the victory over Jake Sumton. And Kushida went one-on-one to returning Jonathan Gresham, a.k.a. the Octopus. During the matchup, Jonathan Gresham was coughing up black ink. I don't know why. I don't know my mind games. He blinded Kushida with it, or smothers Kushida's face with it, giving Gresham the victory. But then, as Kushida went out of the ring, he starts coughing the stuff up. What's going on? It's weird. It's a weird situation. Then a mixed tag match, PCO and Jordan Grace, the Knockouts champ, took on Big Con and Steph DeLander. And Jordan Grace decided to do the revival of PCO too. And I think Jordan Grace wanted to do it. I think she probably had PCO was one of her favorite wrestlers, and they got the team up, and even Steph DeLander tried seducing PCO again, and it almost worked until Khan attacked him from behind, but instead, Grace and PCO did pick up the victory in a spirited matchup. Then you get the exhibition title, Mustafa Ali and Ace Austin, the Inevitable, and during the matchup, Mustafa Ali's Secret Service got involved during the matchup, distracting Ace Austin, but then Mustafa Ali, got him, injured his arm a little bit, injured Ace Austin's arm, hurting his arm, and ended up doing the 450, and Ali is still your remaining X Division champion. Then the six-man tag team match of the system, that is World Champion Moose, the tag team champions, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, accompanied by the newly crowned Knockouts, one half of the Knockouts tag team champs, Alicia Edwards, to go up against House Hardy, and that is Broken Matt Hardy, yes, and Speedball Mountain, that would be Mike Bailey and Trent Seven, or the Ball of Speed, Mike Bailey and Trent the Seventh. Heck of a matchup, could have gone either way, but the system ended up winning the matchup. And that is all the time we have for episode 1488 of the show. And that would be Under Siege 2024 results. Like I said, starting next week, the new design of the thumbnails will be coming up soon. I'm just trying to figure everything out for the wrestling event, especially the Wrestling Event Center. So hopefully I can get on that. All right. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night and be blessed. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.